So welcome to this little video, something a bit different from me, I know. For today I will unbox and try for the first time using my Joolca heating system. One heating system. So obviously the first question probably is, what is one of these? It's basically a hot water system that you can use just about anywhere. There's not really much places you probably couldn't use it. So to give you some idea, basically it's a heating system that runs off gas. Doesn't need a power supply. It's run off batteries, and you can connect it up as long as you've got either a water feed, which is pressurized, or this off-grid plumbing supply kit. Then basically that will supply the pressurized water to it anyway, and then from there obviously the system then gets fed the water then obviously gets heated in the system, and yeah, there you go, hot water. There's different attachments for it. There's a shower head, which is what I've got. There's a tap. There's lots of things that you can buy for it, lots of accessories, mounting brackets and bits and bobs. But today obviously I'm going to be showing you what's in the box for the standard one. Don't do what I did. This is the first thing I will say to everybody. If you're buying one of these and you go for the standard one that hasn't got the sink in it and it hasn't got the off-grid plumbing kit in it, what you will find is you can only use that if you've got a pressurized water supply, like a hose pipe or something to it. I obviously bought the kit, didn't realise that you needed the off-grid kit to run it out of a water barrel or something, so needless to say ended up having to purchase that afterwards. That's how we learn. So yeah, if you're going to buy one and you're intending to use it in the middle of nowhere on a campsite that's got no water, pressurised water system, anywhere like that, sort of like in the countryside where you can't get a pressurised system to it, you're going to need that kit, because if you don't have that kit it won't suck the water in. So yeah, now we'll get it all unboxed and be able to see what's inside of it. Right, so box number one. What do we get in this? Well, to start with, a book. Don't throw me away. Oh, before we even get to that stage, on the box, don't know if I mentioned this, open sesame. Tear or cut along this edge to get inside. 10 minutes later it took me to find that. But anyway, book. The Joolca Hot Tap user guide and quick start guides. Exactly what it says on it. Nice little book, fairly solid. Let's have a quick look through this, see if it's an essay. Gives you specs, how to connect it, gas bottles and things, you know, all the stuff you sort of need. All the drawings though, so a good book. I should hand that to them. That is a good one. You also get a quick start, which is the basics, how to put the pipes on, telling you the different dials, what they do, and there's also the ensuite plumbing guide. So that's that bit. Now, what else do we have? Packing cardboard. Get back to that bit later. Controls. That's your ensuite, I think they call it. Your shower, basically. You got your shower head. You got your control. On, off, on, off, on, off. Mounting bracket. Mounting bracket. Now, this is magnetic. That's helpful. You also got a little mounting hook, so you could just hook it. And there is screw holes in there that you can screw through, and you can actually mount it solid. So like the back of my camper van, that will be mounted solid, so that I can just put my must be missing the plot here, because you'd think that if that was to mount the shower head, that would hold that. Holds that. So, refer to the manual. Actually, let's look in the full manual. What does it say that bracket is for then? So that bracket does hot tap operation, hot tap operation. Nothing about the mounting bracket. So, interesting. So there's the first question. Why does it not mention all the stuff? Because obviously, my point being, you don't want that connected to that on your shower mounting in your face. You don't want that up there trying to fumble around trying to hit the button. And as you'll see later on, there's a pipe that extends this bit so that that mounts there, and that's up there, but that doesn't fit in there. Don't know what to say about that. Very confused, I think is the right word, because how are you going to mount that if that doesn't mount that? Let's have a look. We've got a book, haven't we? En suite. Now that shows that mounted to that straight in your face. So it shows there's a little hook bit on here which is hidden when you've got it that way. So there's something you have to watch for. And that's your little hook to mount your shower nozzle on. Because what it shows, right? I will do a photo of this book. That is for this. So it's all well and good if you want that up high, so it sprays in your face and you're trying to find the switches. But you can also then use a hook to mount that. Seems a bit bizarre to me, but there you go. Yeah, by the way, you don't get a hook. Probably an optional extra. But anyway, all rubberized. It's just got a big flow sign on there. Shows the arrow of the water is going to go in and out, off, on. You can tell that because when you look down the hole inside, that's open, that's closed. There's your shower head. Next bit. That's what I say about this bit. So there is legs, which this is a bit of a nightmare, this bit. Nearly dropped that then. Did you see that? That was a bit funny, wasn't it? This is your shower unit, gas unit, hot water unit, everything unit. If I can pull it out the box, you'll start to see in a minute all the fun and games that are going to happen. Right. There's the empty box. That's what you get inside of the box. So carefully, legs, gas connection pipe. Now, I'm going to use a different gas connector, so I'm going to take that regulator off. But that connects onto the bottom of your unit, that goes on your gas bottle. Simple enough. I'll put that somewhere. Pipe. You then get two bits of pipe. One is your outlet. So that goes on your outlet from your hot water coming out. That one goes to your shower. That goes on there. That's going to your unit, remember? That then goes on here as well. So that's now mounted in front of you to control the shower. This bit, if I don't drop that again, shower. So there's your shower. Simple. All just clips on. Now, the unit itself is this big thing. Now, another one of those things I'll get back to. That's just your box. There's your Joolca unit. So, I'll put the legs on it and I will show you more. But, here comes the thing. This says on here, rock solid detachable legs. This is Australian, right? My question to all Australians, does rock solid mean flimsy plastic? Because in England it don't. In England, rock solid is something that's as solid as a rock. These are flimsy little plastic legs. That ain't rock solid. That's likely to break. My next thing that I'm not over impressed with. See this little tiny screw thread? That's to go into your bottom of your leg, right? And then from there it screws onto there. But before I do that, I'm gonna have a little moan. This came to me brand new, this kit, direct from Joolca. So you'd expect it to be perfect. So my question is why is it all scuffed? I've got scratches all around there and around there. That's obviously not good. A, if that was done at the factory, that's not good that it's not been picked up before you guys have sent it out. B, if this stuff scratches that easy, this is about as much use as the chocolate fire guard, really, isn't it? Because it's going to get scratched to pieces and look awful within a couple of days. So now my next problem with this. Ready? I'll peel this up. That's just got a riv nut inside of there. So you line that up, you put that up, you wind like a mad thing. There you go, screwed in tight. Remember the words that I told you it says on that box? Rock solid, durable, rock solid, detachable legs. Rock solid. In what way? I don't see rock solid at all. I'll put the other leg on though. By the way, I'm not sponsored by them at all. Not sponsored by Joolca. I did approach them and ask them if they would like me to do a video, which I will put on here and on my own naturist website. They didn't really respond. Maybe because I will be brutally honest about things. If it's rubbish, I'll say it's rubbish. So again, you've now got to do the balancing act. Get that on there, into its mounting hole, which in this case lines up about as well as, well, I don't know, nothing really. So now, it's now on its rock solid detachable legs. Watch as I stand it up. See the legs go, look. Maybe it can flap when it gets going before it takes off or something. Ain't rock solid. Hang on, that's not the best place to put it. So there you go, that is the unit. First thoughts about it. It looks good. It sounds a bit, you know, but that's only a carry handle, so don't really worry too much about that. Now, I'm going to move it down here, so you can see me and see what I'm moaning about. Go over there, box. Carry handle works. Looks good, doesn't it? Maybe made out of the cheapest tin that they could find. It's not very sturdy, it's very flimsy. The unit itself feels solid and heavy, probably because of the internals. Outer case, not so great. Thin, probably going to bend easy, probably going to just, if you knock it, it'll probably have a big dent in it. But, you know, I shouldn't moan. It's only 250 quid. You got your display on the front, which tells you your temperature, and obviously if it's got any issues, you got water flow and you got your gas adjuster. So basically, you can put the gas up or down, get your water right. The gauge will go up and down and show you what it's outputting. Simple, isn't it? So now comes to the bit that obviously is another bit that I've picked up on. This is said to be an off-grid hot water system. It is, it's true. The batteries go in a little compartment underneath. The little one that I said about, that you just out kind of batteries. So that's great, that runs off-grid. You don't need a hose pipe to it or anything. All you need is a gas pole. So if you've got enough room to put all this lot so far, including the gas line, and your gas bowl into the backpack, happy days. But then the next problem comes, oh, I'm in the middle of nowhere, I haven't got a hose pipe. So you've had to buy the optional kit as well because you didn't think of this at the time. See the way it keeps saying off-grid? Portable. Comes another one of these things that I'm a bit miffed about. So, okay, you got that. That's your little filter, as we know. That is a 2-stage, so you can chuck it in the river, plop. It will suck up the water, it'll be mucky and horrible, it goes through this, it's all lovely and shiny. Because that's obviously how the 2-stage filter works. You also got, don't try to put that on the wrong end, doesn't work. Don't try to use it to look through, still doesn't work. That goes on there before your hose goes on. So if you chucked it in the river, splosh. It's not laying on the bottom, it's not picking up all the silt and the dirt. Good idea. I like it. Quite a hefty weight pump. 12-volt pump, and it's got a big arrow in case you're a dum-dum and don't work out how the flow goes. Water goes in, water comes out. Simple. Big power switch. You're looking, thinking, well, if it's off-grid, where's my batteries fit? No batteries. Oh, obviously you get the off-grid water queue using guide and the little handbook, because they both got the same minutes in case you want to read it twice. Under your big bit of cardboard, you could use that as a stand. It'd probably be more sturdy than them legs, to be honest. What's this? Oh. Oh. Well, I know where that goes. That goes in my pump. Off-grid, portable. Yet I need a 12-volt supply off of a cigarette lighter. Out of a car. Oh. So what happens if I'm camping and I want to power it? I've then got to buy something like a Jackery or something, which I've got to then carry as well to be able to plug this into, to be able to run my pump up, to get me water, obviously up to my shower. And like I say, there's lots of accessories. You can buy like a little tap if you want to use it on a tap, and a sink and things. So then you look at your pipes. You think, okay, so that's obviously from the pump to the heater. Doesn't need to be long, because that could be there and that can be there. That's fine. So you read on the box, all excited. It says on the box, connect your hot tap to any off-grid water source, providing a full 6 litres a minute with this powerful 12-volt pump. Self-primes up 1.8 metre up. Can push water some 30 metres up a slope. Right, 30 metres. So we all know roughly how long 30 metres is, yeah? It certainly ain't 30 metres, is it? So look, here's your pipe. This is going to go to your filter. Oh, I've got what, 1.5 meters, 2 meters? Maybe even just 1.8. 30 meters though. Remember, it can go 30 meters. But it don't come with that pipe. That's another extra that you can pay another £600 for. So let's look at the facts. Yes, it'll probably do what it says. We'll find out in a while, because I'm going to connect it up and see if I can blow everything up. But you need a 12-volt source. You need a gas bowl. You need a 30-metre pipe if you're 30 metres from a water source, or you got to just move your camp closer to the water's edge. Tough luck. Mine came, like I say, with damaged legs, scratches all over them. Not impressed. Didn't get back onto them. Why should I? At the end of the day, this video is going to be obviously they see this and they go, oh, flimsy metal, 240 quid, 110 quid, 350 quid for my water heater that's portable, but not, because I need electric, I need 12-volt supply, and I need gas. Gas I knew about, that's fine, little cylinder. But now I've got to get 12-volt supply. Luckily this is going in my camper van. Point being, if you're out camping, how much stuff are you going to take? You might as well just pack your whole house up into a big box and bring it with you, ain't you? It's not turning out to be exactly what I thought it was. And I looked at this lot, I've been watching this for months, probably nearly a year. Looking at it, thinking it's a good idea, thinking that would work well in a camper van, which it probably will. But working well if you was camping with a tent, say you went on your mountain bike or your push bike and you went up a hill with a tent in your backpack, which you've also got to carry all this light, and that ain't light, that is a heavy unit, and your gas bowl, and your 12-volt supply. I wouldn't really say it's practical for camping. That I will say straight away. I might be wrong, but personally I couldn't carry all that. It shows a picture on there that you got a tent up using it as a campsite. Unless you've got your vehicle nearby, you've got a hell of a lot of stuff to carry, is all I can say. But the most important thing is, let's get it all plumbed up, let's get a gas bowl, let's see if it actually does do what it says it does. Let's see what happens. So, this is moment of truth time. So I'm just obviously finishing setting it up. I haven't even tried it, so I don't know if this is going to work or not. But in between bringing the stuff from in there to out here, I somehow lost the mounting already to mount the actual shower head. So that's normal me, that is, though, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to turn on the power supply for the water to pressurise the system. That's now sucking water out of the bucket. There you go. Joolca's now doing stuff. And it's leaking. And it's on. Okay, right. Now I know how it works. So the unit, right. So you can see the unit down there. The unit just sits there like that. Basically, it's not doing anything at the minute. It's all off. As soon as I press the trigger on here, it turns on. There it goes, flame on. So that's going to do about 31 degrees, it reckons, that water will get to. Yes, it is 31 degrees. That's amazingly hot that quick. 44, 45. 46. Fifty-one, 50, 49, 48. Well, that's interesting. I can't get below 48 degrees. So that water now coming out, they're scalding hot. 49. For higher temperatures, turn the flame up and the water down. For lower temperatures, turn the flame down and the water flow up. So we want flame down, water at full speed. $31, $32, $33. So that's at 34 degrees. And that's nice. That's actually a nice temperature. 35. Getting a bit on the warm side now. But yeah, 35 degrees. So yeah, that's as easy as it works. And every time I hit the button on the button on here, it stops. Every time I turn it on, he says, on it comes again. 35 degrees, 34 degrees, and that is a lovely temperature. So yeah, there you go. That's on the coldest setting. Obviously, it's a warm day, so you've got to allow it is warm. But yeah, it works. I will give it to that. It works, and I'm getting everything wet on purpose just to see if it all stops. But 35 degrees steady. So there you go, that works then. So the big question, Joolca hot water system, yay or nay? A few things I don't like about it. One is that it is hot, I know that might sound stupid. The lowest setting that I can get it to get down to on mine is 34 degrees. So if you wanted a slightly more than cold, but not hot, you can't just do like a lukewarm temperature. It's hot or hotter. At one point I had it up to 51 degrees and it started flashing. It was getting hot, obviously, because it's a bit overheating. So yeah, it does exactly what it says it does. It will supply you hot water. It's not the most portable system in the world. I would say if you was camping and didn't have a vehicle to take the stuff camping in, forget it. You ain't going to be able to take this. You're not going to carry that on your back. It's too heavy, along with the gas bottle, along with a 12-volt supply. It's too much. But for using a camper van, can't fault it. It does what it says it does. It gives me hot water, gives me a shower. It's spot on really for that. So for camping without a vehicle, no, wouldn't recommend it. It's too big, too much, it's too heavy. The cost, okay, they are expensive. I looked at a lot of DIY ones, wouldn't even touch them with a barge pole. That is just too heavy to take camping unless you've got a vehicle and you can just lift it out of the vehicle. Then, yeah, I would say it's a viable thing to use. Camper van, 100% a yay. You could use it every day. It does drink a lot of water. To keep it on the lower temperature settings, you have to have lowest flame and highest water flow. So you are pushing a lot of water through. So yeah, it drinks water. Let's put it like that. I got through quite a big jug. Well, quite a few big, as you saw. The container I was using, that was like, I know what that is, 10 litres. I had it on for a couple of minutes and it was golloping it down. So yeah, yes, they're expensive, but there is a lot of extras you can buy for them. There seems to be a lot of support for them. So yes, for camper vans, I would recommend it. It is a good idea. If you don't want to put a system inside the vehicle and you want something like that, you can put it outside, so that if you think, like, one day I'm going to park the van there, but I'm going to actually set up a tent over there out the way, you could do it. You'd have to run a power cable across to it, or like I say, get some kind of power supply that runs with a 12-volt socket. It's only got to power the pump, so as long as it's got enough oomph to power the pump, it's good as gold. So yeah, camper vans, it's definitely good, definitely worth it. I'm happy with it. Not happy that the legs are so flimsy. I think that means they do another stand for it, which is more sturdy, which kind of, I think the legs are this will get you by, but ideally the other stand would be a lot better because it sits on it. It's like a proper stand for it. The flimsy metal on the front makes it feel cheap. I mean, even if they made them legs, those legs that go on the bottom, if they made those out of aluminium, yes, it'd cost more, but they would work forever. You wouldn't have to worry about it. And it's not like they're trying to keep the weight down, because the unit weighs a lot anyway. So, other than that, yeah, it'd be nice if you could take the temperature even cooler than what it is. The low setting is still hot. The hottest setting is ridiculous. But I expect in the winter, because I'm obviously using it in the middle of summer, I expect in the winter, probably the lowest setting is probably freezing cold. Or just got a little bit of heat to it. And the highest setting is warm. So I can't say that's a definite fault with it. It might be okay. But yeah, it does get a thumbs up for me. I would recommend it. Obviously when I go to the Nature's Camping event that I'm doing down at Forney Lakes, if people want to come over and see it, they can. I shall be obviously showing it off to people, putting in a good word for Joolca. So there you go, that's a thumbs up. That's, yes, I will give you bit of free promotion. Tell people it is good, even though you didn't want to help me out and sort me out with a unit. So yeah, my verdict is yes, I would recommend it. Not if you're just planning to do backpacking, that's no good. If you're doing camping where you've got a vehicle, I would recommend it. And if you're putting it in a camper van, which is with a camper van, definitely recommend it. So yeah, there you go. That's my review of it. I think it's a good unit. It heats up fast, really fast. It cools down fairly quick. It's easy to set up. It took me, once I got the pipes out and connected them up, that probably took me the best part of, what, 3 minutes? It's on, it's using, done. So yeah, there you go. I would recommend go and get one. Pop onto Joolca's website. I'm not going to try to tell you where to go. I think Joolca.com is probably the easiest thing, because that's their main site. If you pop on there, you can probably select your own country that you're in. Have a look at them. But yeah, I recommend it. So there you go. I'll see you again soon.